Hello and grand evening, everybody. Lakeisha McKnight is here. I want to welcome each and every one of you to the Leadership TKO Night Show. Good evening, good evening. This is the live night show with Lakeisha McKnight, your leadership specialist and your wealth mentor. Good evening to all. It is a beautiful yet cold Friday on this February 21st of 2020. This is a night show that normally goes live every evening around 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. However, we had an amazing wealth presentation that was done by a fellow partner and coach of mine. And so we did not want to distract from that. And so here we are being consistent as far as plugging in and conducting our show on a nightly basis. So, welcome everyone to this particular show. And so, again, the purpose of the show really is to empower leaders like yourself with the ability to win from the inside out, growing your influence, your impact, and your income. And that's what we focus in on. And we focus specifically on doing the audio podcast on Fridays and Saturdays, okay? So, Fridays and Saturdays is audio only. Now, you might see some video. I know, for example, I myself, along with some other amazing partners of mine, we're going to be in Raleigh, North Carolina on tomorrow. Raleigh. So, for those of you who are in North Carolina, you are somewhere near Raleigh, guess what? I will be in the area as well as my mentor. He is a Network Marketing Hall of Famer. Mr. Tyrone Best will be there. And so I'm excited about our travels on tomorrow. Just pray for our travels that we will get to and fro safely as well. And so, again, welcome aboard, everybody. Truly is an honor to be here before you. And so I'm not going to keep you long on this Friday because, again, you could be doing a million other things right now, but you've decided to tune in. And so before I do this, let me go ahead. I feel encouraged to go ahead and do a watch party as well in a special group. There is a group on Facebook that I sometimes like to go live in. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let me go ahead and start this up. Hello, Mark Hammonds. Hello. Thank you so much for being here. I do see Cheryl LeGrand stop by as well. So let's go ahead and get this thing going. I know I didn't give this particular podcast, this show, a description, but if I was to give it a description, I would say now is the time to build wealth. Now is the time to build lasting wealth. And I'm gonna type that in for the watch party. Now is the time to build, of course, real wealth. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to start the party. I'm going to check the audio just to make sure that the audio is good. And of course, there are going to be people who check in live now, and there are going to be many who may come by and listen to the replay of it. So either way, the content is out there. And so I'm going to greet the ladies in this group. Good evening, ladies. Here we go. So welcome aboard to everyone, not just here on Facebook, but all across the globe, because we know that there are people from Italy and people from Norway and Australia and France, all over the world that tunes into this night show. So I want to welcome everybody here. Hello, Candace. Welcome to you as well. So again, if you don't know anything about the Leadership TKO Night Show, I do encourage you to visit www.leadershiptko.com to learn more, okay? Learn all about it right there on that website. But the purpose tonight, you might see the preview image. It says, now is the time. Here's the core message. I'm just going to go straight to it, straight to the point. Now is the time to really focus in. And I went over this the other day, but I'm going to re-emphasize it tonight. Now is the time to build wealth, to build real wealth. We're not talking about accumulating dollars. Okay. One thing that we have tended to focus on coming up as children and even as adults, motivating our own children, we've been trying to motivate them to get, this standard education. There's nothing wrong with it. However, it's missing a key element when you're just focusing on the educational system. And that is it's missing the financial education. And I'm just like, I wish I knew more about this. Even as a young person, I wish that my mom, my grandmom emphasized the importance of financial education, but they could not emphasize something that was not emphasized to them, that wasn't stressed to them. And so I'm glad that I have the opportunity now as an adult to emphasize that to my children who are ages 3 and 7. They know more about money at their young ages than I ever knew at that age when I was coming up. And so they have the privilege of growing up and being able to build wealth even before they turn 18. Having that privilege of being able to walk into wealth, right? Being able to walk into wealth. These children are so blessed. They will not need to necessarily have a job because of what we're the seeds that we're sowing, my husband and I. The seeds we're sowing into them, and then of course into their future with building wealth. So, as my coach and as my mentor has emphasized, there are essentially four things we need to focus on when it comes to building wealth. And I'm just going to give you a little snapshot summary of those four elements. Please make sure you write them down. Please make sure you think about your present situation and whether you're actually addressing these four areas if you are desiring financial freedom. Now, this is not for you. If you're not desiring financial freedom and if you are not trying to leave a legacy for your children, this episode here is not for you. But if you want to do these things, stay put, stay plugged in. And if you're tuning in because somebody shared this with you, after listening into this, I need you to get back with them and ask them questions, okay? So here's the first point I want to emphasize. Point number one: everybody needs to have residual income. You need to be creating residual income. Like if you don't have residual income, that means you have linear income, which means you have no leverage, right? You have no leverage. And if you're just leveraging your own efforts, there's but so much that you can do in 24 hours, right? So, in other words, you're exchanging dollars or hours for dollars. So, you have a lot of limitations there. You have a limitation of time and a limited ability to make money. So, you need to figure out how to create leverage in your life. And that's what residual income is all about. It's all about leverage. Okay? Build a network so you can make money with people, like my coach said tonight during a presentation. Making money with people instead of making money on people. Some people say, I don't want people to make money on me, right? Every company is making money on you. Could I just say that? The gas company is making money on you. The mortgage company, the banks, of course, where you get your loans for your mortgages, are making money on you. So you need to figure out how to create leverage for yourself so you can make money with people and create residual income with people. That is the key concept there. You're making money with people when you're building a network. And that's what you want to do. In order to build wealth, you need to create residual income. That's when you're sowing the seed of something and you're benefiting and reaping the harvest time in and time out. It may not be overnight, but eventually the harvest comes and you continue to benefit and reap from that effort within months or even weeks because of that effort. Okay? Create residual income. Point number two, right? Point number two, you need to accumulate appreciating assets. Some people call this AAA, right? You need to create or accumulate appreciating assets. Assets, remember, are those things that add money to your pocket. So if you have a house and you're living in it, that's not an asset. That's a liability because you have to continue to pour out. You have to pay the mortgage. You have to pay the lights. You have to pay to get something fixed once something breaks down. So it's not an asset unless you sell it, right? And you're able to gain profits from that house. At that moment, the house becomes an asset because it poured money into your pocket. So again, there are many other options out there. It may not be, you have to check to see what the benefit of them will be, what type of return you will have. But here's the key to it all. It's good to be able to get an asset that's both a defensive asset and an offensive asset. Now, let me tell you the difference, okay? Offensive means that there is a level of protection. No, defensive is the level of protection. Offensive will make you some money, okay? Now, I know one asset that's a tier one asset that will do that. It's defensive and offensive all at the same time, and that is 24 karat physical gold. Again, 24 karat physical gold is a defensive and offensive asset that everyone should have. Okay, you need to have gold. And the reason I recommend this is a personal recommendation, is because you want to protect those dollars that you're working so hard for. Many of you probably still have your part time or full time jobs. And so you want to protect those dollars that that you put sweat equity in. You put some effort into doing that, right? Exchanging hours of your life that you can't get back for those dollars. So why not protect those dollars by placing it or exchanging it for an asset called gold so that it can appreciate or go up in value? And so that's what gold will do for you. It will protect the dollar, and as it appreciates or rises in value, it also gives you some extra money as well, okay? It rises in value. Now, not only do you need to accumulate appreciating assets and create residual income, but thirdly, you also want to outrun inflation. Okay, outrun inflation. What does that mean? You want to put yourself in a better position where you're not being taken advantage of because of inflation. But you need to understand what inflation is first. Inflation is simply when you have the dollar, right? That's losing value day by day, but you also have prices of goods and services we use every day increasing. Think about it, the common foods you eat increasing in value, the basic services that we need every single day, the prices are increasing. But yet your pay, for those of you who are, working a job, right? For the most part, and those of you who are self-employed, your income is not changing. And so when you have that situation going on, you have the value of the dollar not increasing but decreasing, and then you have the prices rising, that's inflation. It's not benefiting you, it's hurting you, it's harming you because you're losing money by simply leaving the dollar outside of a vehicle that can protect it. And you see, gold, for example, 24 karat gold, again, can protect the dollar from inflation, right? It can protect it because it outpaces gold's value, rises faster than the rate of inflation. So you can beat inflation, and you need to do this in order to build wealth. Now, here's the fourth point, because we said the first one is you need to create residual income. Secondly, you need to accumulate appreciating assets. Third, you need to outrun inflation. And here is the fourth key, right, to building wealth. You need to be able to maximize taxes. And one way to do this, which a lot of people are doing, they're just missing the other three for the most part. And most people have a home based business. That's a way to maximize taxes because we know for those of you who are employed or self employed, you're paying the most in taxes. Now, I do give a disclaimer, I am not a tax professional. I just know based on experience and what I see happening with my colleagues and with my friends, some of them, right, they're employed and so they're paying a lot in taxes. But I do notice that for myself and many of my other colleagues, we're benefiting, we're maximizing the tax codes because it's written for the entrepreneur. Okay? So having a home based business will help you to maximize the tax code, and you have a lot of deductibles, right? You have a lot of things that you can write off. So here is what I'm coming to tell you right now. There is a money system that exists that will help you to address all four of these keys to building wealth. And you can plug into this money system for free. Okay? Absolutely free, right? There's nothing mandatory you have to do. I don't want you to think there's any catches because there's no catches. Okay? There is no catch. There's no gotchas. There's nobody trying to take advantage of you, trying to hide anything from you. But it's simply a money system that will help you to maximize every dollar that you bring in your home so that you can put every dollar to work and they can begin working for you instead of you working so hard for money. So, for those of you tuning in right now, if you want to build a legacy for you and your family, you want to be able to pass on generational wealth to your children because this system has a beneficiary component. You can put numerous beneficiaries into your account. This can be something you can pass on to your kids or your grandkids. So if you want more information about this amazing money system that addresses all four of these keys to building wealth, I want you to get back with the person that shared this with you. If you're listening in to my watch party or my stream on my timeline, definitely inbox me and I can give you more information. It's really that simple. And if somebody shared this with you, get back with them and let them know that you're ready. Okay, you're ready to create, get that residual income. You're ready to build assets that add money to your pocket. That's what the system is about. Okay, we have people, the research has already been done. When we have partners like MasterCard and FedEx who've done the research and would not put their reputation on the line, you don't need to do any research. All you need is understanding. All you need is to understand more about the system. And the beautiful thing about it is that you can learn and build wealth at the same time. So that's what I tell people. At this point in time, you need to be doing something that's going to maximize every dollar you have. And I've been doing this for a little over 3 years. And so I can tell you right now it's working when you get paid every week, right? Because you're helping other people to build wealth at the same time. You're building a network, right? When you have a system that's helping your 3-year-old and 7-year-old to never have to work a job, never have to work a job. That is what I call wealth building. So, for those of you tuning in tonight, and if you're listening into the replay of this, get back with me or the person that shared this with you. Ask them how you can get your gold savings account because that's what it's about. That's what the money system has a foundation in. 24 karat real money gold. It's all about real money. Okay? So thank you so much, everyone. We're looking to be back tomorrow night around 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8:30, 9 o'clock. You'll see the information posted on my timeline. And so until the next time that you and I come together again, I do encourage each and every one of you to think, to speak, and to live leadership. Good night, everyone, and God bless.